After 4 long months, update 50 for Lethal Company is finally out now, guys. And in it, we got a new moon, rework on Dine's exterior, 3 new entities, new suits, and much more. Going back to my last video about the update being hinted at 3 months ago in update 47's patch notes, we expected the new entity Lasso Man to arrive to the main game. He's been in the beta forever now, and still hasn't made its way to the actual game. So it's very disappointing to see he's not in update 50. We're gonna have to wait even longer, unfortunately, but it makes sense since this is an extremely complicated new addition to the game, and Seekers wants to get it right. But hey, at least we got 3 new guys, 2 of which are strictly for the outside only. First one I wanted to talk about is tulip snakes. What they do is they latch onto you, giving you flight. Multiple of them can hang onto you. They bring you up to the air, which in turn causes you to take fall damage. This is gonna be really annoying. The second entity that's featured outside only is Old Bird, which is pretty much a giant mech suit that is indestructible, stands 19 feet tall. They walk around certain moons with a large spotlight on their head, gun you down when they spot you. They'll attack both mobs and players in range. They can also fly around the map too, and the only thing that seems to work against them is a stun grenade. Other than that, he's pretty much indestructible, like I said before. There's nothing else you can do against this transformer. It's safe to say you don't want to encounter this guy. That's it for the new 2 entities in the surface. As for the facility, the long-awaited butler finally made its way to the main game. You can find him roaming around in the halls of various locations. It might seem like he's doing his own thing at first, completely harmless, but don't be fooled. He'll hunt you down once you're alone, so it's best not to be alone around this guy, or else make sure you always have a friend in the manor. The new moons include Artifice, Adamance, and Embryon. Artifice is the most difficult moon in the game now, with a hazard rating of S++. It's also the most expensive to travel here, 1,500 points. The location of this moon is hidden from the terminal. Its location must be deciphered first before being able to deploy there. This moon might not seem like much on the surface, because where it really shines is inside. That's where the difficulty stands out compared to other maps. It's no wonder you have to work hard to unlock it. Adamance is a new free moon also added in update 50. It's one of the 3 intermediate moons in the game, but compared to Offense and March, it's referred to as a more experimental map since it's more dangerous than the other 2. It has a forest landscape featuring red leaf trees in its surface. Has one of the most steepest terrains in the game. It's said that the entrance is easy to reach, but the paths are blocked off by the new entities. It's the reason the moon's difficulty is so high. Embryon is another secret moon. It costs 150 credits to get there. To unlock it, you have to get the bestiary entry for Old Bird. So once you come across this big guy, then you will be able to go onto this moon. And obviously, because you need Old Bird to unlock Embryon, he's gonna be waiting for you on this moon. The spawn rate is insanely high, making it the highest entity power of any moon. This moon also has the lowest amount of scrap, resulting in low rewards for such a high risk. I think this moon is just to check out Old Bird and nothing more, because the way I see it, it kind of sucks. Definitely avoid this place if you're doing a stable run of this game. Seekers will probably improve it in the future, but lore wise, I think this is where the entity originated. He's said to be a humanoid mech weapon of the Old War. This moon may be the moon where the Old War went down, and that's why there's so many Old Birds here. But that's really all there is to it. This is the 3rd new moon, and it's pretty much just Old Bird's domain, and I advise you avoid it at all costs. Like I said, only pull up if you want to check it out for the first time, then never go there again, because your chances of survival are going to be slim. I've seen the clips online, it's terrible right now. But yeah, that's about it for the new entities and moons in update 50. Everything else is just a bunch of new changes. Some worth mentioning are baboon hawks now spawn in groups of 2 and have 4 HP instead of 6. They do less damage when stabbing a player. The bell item makes a chime noise when dropped, which can alert enemies within a large radius. Fix the spawn rate of certain moons with the goal of making more moons rewarding to go to, rather than it all just being there. You can also now bounce off walls when hitting them at a steep angle. Gonna be interesting to see how people use this new mechanic to improve movement speed, especially running from an entity. More movement changes include increase the weight of a shovel to sort of nerf the player when it comes to combat. Crouch and sprinting have been fixed. You can no longer sprint without making noise. That sucks. I used to love abusing that. When you fall out of bounds, it doesn't teleport you to the entrance anymore. Rip, less profit for us now. You're not going to be able to collect your friends' bodies anymore. This feature is actually not sitting right with a lot of speedrunners. They're not happy with this new update. I feel like Zeekers is doing way too many changes, and that was one of the many exploits that they were using to their advantage. Zeekers was also going to nerf the jetpack, but decided not to because it makes the game much more memeable, so he'll respect it, just to keep players happy. In the past, mainers were always more spread out than facility layouts, but now mainers will always be generated smaller when loaded. This change is most likely due to the Moon Titan, which had high chances of generating absurdly large manors, which kinda sucks. I hardly bumped into manors, but hey, it is what it is. But to compensate, Zeker said he increased the size, multiplayer of indoor levels in Rend and Dine, which will make them feel more better than before. The Moon Dine is now the same size as Rend 2. Zeekers is still playing around with the layout and generation generation of the game, especially on the new moons. So this change might be changed again in the future. Also added a new cinematic that plays when the game is open for the first time after a new update. A new spike trap, knife has a new weapon, no more shovel, well, less shovel. 2 new buyable suits to wear, Easter eggs. A little late, but hey, we got some April left. A disco ball to enjoy with friends. And that's everything in update 50. Pretty sick update, definitely gonna hop on the game with some friends after this video goes live. So if you ever want to hang out, come follow my Twitch link in the description. Loving this update so far, so many improvements to the game. Lethal is back. And right when content warning was about to take over too. I mean, even Zeekers himself has been giving the game a shot. I bet when the devs notice their competitor is playing their game, they'll have some sort of collab. But it's nice to see he's trying out other versions of his game. Who knows, he might even pick up a thing or two. I know damn well the modders definitely will. I expect the content warning map to make its way to Lethal soon, in the form of a mod, or the other way around, who knows. They pretty much share the exact same communities, so this isn't really a surprise to most people. But like I said, update 50 was very promising. Can't wait to see what's next. Hopefully we'll finally get Lasso Man included already. Zeekers already has plans for the next update. They said they want to add more creatures outside and inside, and we'll focus a little less on the end game content for a while. Also wants to add more variety to interiors, meaning better world generation and maybe a new ship upgrade. Future video on that soon, so stay tuned and make sure you're subscribed. We don't always do Lethal on this channel, but I love talking about the game. So when anything new pops up, I'll be sure to cover it. So make sure you stick around. That's about it for this video. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video. Be sure to leave a like for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out. Stay blue.